Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Mudbook out here, and today we're going over my preseason predictions from the Eastern Conference. What I got right, mostly what I got wrong, and that's kind of it. There's not really anything else. You will notice the background of this video is the Western Conference team, and that's because I'm brain dead and made the Western Conference video background. The Eastern Conference team. Didn't realize it till I uploaded the video, and you guys know me, always putting 100% of the work in. Yeah, nah. Anyways, though, leave a like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at MudbloodCal. We do daily uploads here on the MudbloodCal channel, except when I don't. But mostly we do. We missed like 6 days in the last 3 months or something ridiculous. We out here moving. So we're just gonna start from the top. Number one, Brooklyn Nets. Made this before the James Harden deal, but number one, Brooklyn Nets, pretty solid. Guys got hurt. I'm going to attribute them not being the one seed to guys getting hurt. At two, I got the Milwaukee Bucks, another one that makes some sense. Bucks are pretty good this year. I really like the Drew Holiday move, and I kind of expected their core to get better. And bringing in Bobby Portis, I thought was a really good move. And all their young players improved. So I was pretty high on them, and it looks like rightfully so. Even though they were the 3 seed, not the 2 seed, pretty good. This is not good here. At 3, I have the Boston Celtics, who fell off this season. I thought Kemba would be better. I just thought their role players in general would be better. I thought this team would be better. Then they just weren't. They struggled at times this year. Had some rough patches. Now they're the 7 seed, probably going to lose in the play-in. Might find themselves out of the playoffs if they can't get through the play-in. I'm not convinced they can. Although the Hornets, I do think they'll beat the Pacers. I don't know if they can beat the Hornets. I definitely think they'll lose to the Wizards. So play-in's not going to be kind of them. I guess this video will be out after the play-in happens, or the first round of the play-in, so maybe they've already lost to the Wizards. But yeah, at 4, I have the Miami Heat, who another team that's struggled. They've ended up with the 6th seed, and another team that had COVID issues, just kind of didn't show up some games and just struggled. So they're at 4. 5, the Toronto Raptors, who were awful. That's a fact. Raptors weren't good. No one on that team was good. I think this would have been their off year anyway, looking at it. Plus, they had to play in Tampa and not Toronto, in Scotiabank Arena. So this was bad for them. At number 7 or number 6, we have the 76ers, who ended up being the 1 seed. Pretty good on them. To move up like that. I looked at them last season, and I guess I just didn't like the off-season moves as much as I should have. I think they at least should have been top 4 here. Ended up being the 1 seed though, so pretty good season from them, even with Joel Embiid out however many games he missed, but which was a good portion of the season. At 7, the Atlanta Hawks, who I believe are the 4 or 5, the 5. I had them at 7. Coaching change, bringing in Nate McMillan, really helping them out right now. They are moving. Can they beat the Knicks in a 7-game series? I think they can. We'll get into that more on my video with my series predictions. But looking at it on the surface, the Hawks have been pretty good this year. I was looking at their roster preseason. I was like, Jesus, this roster has so much depth. but all its star power is Trae Young, and I just don't think that's enough to be a top team in this league, is to just have Trae Young as your star power. And it looks like I was right. Like, they're a above average team. I zoomed in weird here. Not sure what happened. But they were good enough to be an above average team in this league, but uh, not good enough to be a top team in this league. At 8, I have the Charlotte Hornets, who I thought were going to be a really fun team. They have been a really fun team. Terry Rozier's been balling. Hayward's missing time. Lamelo's missing time. All of a sudden, Lamelo's back. Hayward might be back. I don't know if they can mess around and get in the playoffs. Losing 4 to the 76ers and the Nets, but it'll be fun. Looking at like Charlotte, I like their depth moving forward. I think they're good enough to get better, but there's not enough potential there to win yourself a championship. You got to go out and make some moves. You got to make some trades. I don't think Rozier. I love Rozier. He's been amazing this year. I don't think he can be there if they're going to win a championship. Maybe you can make the case for Hayward being there, but it's not going to happen. It probably won't happen anytime soon, though. At 9, the Washington Wizards, who are the 8 seeds. This one's pretty close. This one's very similar to the Chris Paul, Devin, to the Suns to my Suns prediction, where I just wasn't really sure what to think of a team with this new player. And obviously with this one, it looks like I was right. And with the Suns one, clearly I was wrong. But I have the Wizards as the 9 in the play-in, facing the Magic. They'd probably beat the Magic. I think I'd have that. And then playing the losers, the Hornets and the Hawks. So, pretty solid pick with the Wizards. Magic at 10. This one didn't age well. Kind of just sold on the trade deadline after underperforming. A team that's kind of known for overperforming in the regular season. They got to the trade deadline, were underperforming, and were like, screw it. Played a game the night before the trade deadline, and 4 of their 5 starters were gone within like 15 hours. It was just a fire sale, so not really my fault with them at 10. I guess we can throw that one into the invalid list with the Rockets pick, but I mean they're at 10, so I mean it's not nothing ridiculous. They didn't drop, what was it, like 9 spots. They dropped like 3 probably. I think it was. Was it 3? It was 4. It was 4. Okay, but still not the same thing. But I think we can go ahead and say the Pacers or the Magic one was invalid. Next up though is the Pacers, who I have at 11. I didn't think this team would be good. They were better than I thought they would be. They're not that great, but they're good. They're in the play-in. Maybe they'll mess around and make the playoffs. That's really all there is to say on this one. Now at number 12, I have the New York Knicks, and I did not think Julius Randle would be this good. Most people want Julius Randle to be traded. I wasn't really on that bandwagon. Now someone's going to go find receipts, and I'm screwed. I'm pretty sure I wasn't on that bandwagon, though. I was sold on keeping with Randle and staying tanking. Now, they didn't tank. They're the 4 seed. This one, I don't think anyone thought the Knicks would be a playoff team this year. So, yeah. At 12, Cleveland Cavaliers. Who, actually, are they 12? They're 13, and damn, I'm close on some of these, man. Wait, they are 13. All right, well, we got 2 right. Let's go. We got, who we get in the Western Conference? I can't remember also. We got the Clippers. I didn't get the Clippers right. I feel like such an idiot now. I didn't get the Clippers right. Okay, we got 1 right. Never mind. I looked like an idiot in my last video. But We got the Cavs at 4. The Cavaliers at 13. Yeah, this just isn't a good basketball team. Same thing with the team I have at 14, who's Bulls. Sorry for just one. Another one that I guess you could make the case for being invalid, but they were pretty trash anyways. Weren't able to be good enough to make the playoffs. Might have been able to pass the Hornets if this was a full 82 game series or season, but we'll see how they go into next season. Maybe they can make some moves, mess around, make themselves into contenders. They definitely have the cap space and the trading assets to do it. It's just on if their front office is ballsy enough to do it moving forward. And finally, at 15, we have our second one I got right, the Detroit Pistons, being the 15 seed. Yeah, this team's pretty awful. Grant was good. No one else was. Yeah, I guess Plumlee was okay. Sadiq Bey was alright. But you wouldn't win games. They weren't good. That's going to be it for today. Leave a like, subscribe, and follow me during my book, like I said earlier. I will see you maybe later today. I don't know what my uploads have been looking like, but I know we're going to be cranking them out. So yeah, peace.